So this whole area about, 52 steps to the perfect shop has to begin with this quite complex process of space planning. It's something that has to be done correctly, because then all of the, if you like, more interesting and exciting things that come after, the visual merchandising, the shop design, the branding, it's not going to work, and it's not going to make the money from the shops that you want to. So we began by looking at options per square meter. That makes sure you get the right, volume of product inside your shop, so you've got a chance to make money. And then we looked at linear meters and why that is so important, that you get the options per linear meter correct, so that you can create these product story blocks that look good to the customer, they look attractive, but they also again contain the right volume of product, to create exciting displays that are made up of the correct, image makers, plan bestsellers, core lines, but they will make money for you as well. Now, the other element of a shop, which is kind of considered, as an afterthought almost, is the part of the shop where you don't have product, the empty space. But it's very important because people want to use empty space. If you're a brand designer, if you're a shop designer, you really want to bring the brand alive in this space where there is no product. So you've got to marry these three different elements. So what we have is, I call it the golden equation of space planning, where you have options per square meter, you have options per linear meter, and you have this conversion rate, which is the square meter to linear meter conversion rate. How many square meters does it take in your shop to deliver 1 linear meter? So these three values absolutely are joined together, and they must work out. Options per square meter equals options per linear meter times the conversion rate of square meters to linear meters. There are three values there, and they must actually work out. The first equals the second and the third times together. So you can play as a brand with the options per linear meter and the conversion of square meters to linear meters. They have to keep a balance, but there may be occasions where you adjust that balance. So for example, it may be that you have a shop which has very awkward space, and you're finding that to achieve your options per square meter, you simply can't fit them in because you can't fit the linear meters in. Now, there are two options that you can always do. You can increase the options per linear meter, or you can increase the conversion of the square meter to linear meter. You must go with the second option. Remember, your options per linear meter are what you have created all your product story blocks around. So, you must protect that, otherwise your guidelines and everything, will not make sense. And there are so many ways that you can alter your conversion of square meters to linear meters. You can use the walls you have to their full capacity, or you can, leave some as empty space. You can add artificial walls, temporary walls, to create visual impact and to increase linear meters. You can use different types of tables. You can use floor fixtures which are higher, which have different levels and many levels, to increase the linear meters. So it is a real skill working with that conversion of square meters to linear meters. But you play with the figures. You must have the options per square meter because that is how you will make money, and you must protect the options per linear meter as much as you can because that's your visual impact. So conversion, as I said, there are many ways you can do it, and it is really important. But if you get a space planner, if you're opening your first shop, or you've got many shops, or you do the space planning yourself, you must make sure that this equation adds up. And it makes life easy for everybody. You have the options per square meter, which space planners and merchandisers can work with. You have the options per linear meter, which visual merchandisers can work with. And you can allocate the empty space, if you like, or the brand proposition space inside your shop. So everybody knows what they can work with. And it makes sure that at the end of the day, whether this is your first shop or one of many, that you get that balance right. It's the golden equation of space planning, but what it will mean is you have a commercial amount of product in your shop. It means it will look fantastic to the customer, and it means that all your branding, your logos, and the parts of your shop which really bring your brand to life, they can all work perfectly together.